This used to be a state highway. And the way that people are driving on it, you feel like that. It's higher speed, there's higher volumes. We're at one of the most recent improvements that the city has made, which is the Cliff Drive roundabout. This roundabout was actually built intentionally to connect to future separated bike facilities. And that's why where we're actually on is a sidewalk that is wide enough to handle both bike and walking traffic to help bikes navigate the roundabout intersection. And this intersection also helps the congestion throughout the day with the free moving. These type of improvements and a separated bike facility along Las Positas is an important improvement for the livability, for the accessibility of these spaces for our residents.
I've biked it, I've walked it a couple of times, and I'll tell you, there have been some very serious accidents, grave accidents on Las Positas in particular, which I think has deterred a lot of us from biking and walking this route. Cars are going 50 plus miles an hour down this road, and it's nerve-wracking. So I think what's going to happen as a result of this, and fully anticipate that more of us will begin biking and walking this connection here. And in a time that we're all going through right now with COVID, I think the appreciation that we've all had for safe trails and pathways and public open space has only increased. So the timing of this project couldn't be more important to this community.
In all the community outreach efforts that the City of Santa Barbara did to get public input about these new facilities, Coast communicated with the schools in the City of Santa Barbara to try to get more people involved in that public comment process, because we want everybody to be happy. It's not just something for car drivers, it's not just something for bikes and peds, it's a vision of a community of people being active, of enjoying this beautiful city outside. So there's a lot of community input that the city wants to communicate to residents, and also hear from residents about what they think about the projects.
The multi-use path has been envisioned since the early 70s. Different generations of advocates have worked on this project. Only recently did the city get the right-of-way of Las Positas, and only more recently was there state funding and a community process that led to this design. And I'm really honored to be amongst my former colleagues from the early 2000s, from the 90s, and from the 70s. In some cases, people I never met, who all together have advocated for a community project, which I think is going to leave a positive legacy for Santa Barbara's people.
I'd just like to say on behalf of the Mesa architects that we owe a tremendous amount of appreciation, a big thank you to city staff, public works staff in particular, city leadership for making this project happen. They have put in countless hours, I'm sure, in terms of engineering, but also securing the state and city funding for projects such as this, roundabout included. I mean, in the last 10 years, the amount of effort and the success as a result of that effort is so evident, and just way to go, Santa Barbara, and thank you very much for making our community even safer and more enjoyable when it comes to biking and walking.
I'm super excited. Yeah, it's really great. It's not, it's for transportation for people so that more vulnerable users such as pedestrians and bicyclists, but even elderly people on bikes, kids on bikes, those people can now get to places they need to go without getting in a car, or some places they need to go. This will really help that. It's not going to be a stressful experience to ride your bike to Hendry's Beach or to Ealing's Park or to La Cumbre Junior High. It's going to be like, oh my gosh, this is a beautiful day. This is a good way to start or end. This feels like it gives people a completely new option for getting to where you want to go without having to get in your car. And I really think a lot of people want that.